Welcome back to the Cossy Arsenal channel. My name is Cossy. Welcome back to a brand new video. Mikel Arteta has asked for more money in this transfer window from the Kroenkes. And I can tell you right now, we have confirmation. The Kroenkes have accepted. Arsenal have extended their budget. They initially wanted to spend about £150 million. Arsenal will spend more. And Mikel Arteta has a couple of other priorities to work on. I mean, he said in his press conference recently that in terms of numbers, in terms of squad numbers, we are still short. I mean, that means there are players he doesn't trust. That means that the players he's 100% sure he's going to be selling, but his budget has been extended. This manager is so lucky. This manager is so lucky. Like, this is the same management that didn't give Arsene Wenger money. This is the same management that didn't back Unai Emery, despite the fact that they brought him in to rebuild Arsenal. And this is the same management that are giving Mikel Arteta 150 million, 200 million, more than 200 million. What is going on? So in this video, let's discuss why the Kroenkes have given him more money, and also what exactly what does Mikel Arteta really intend to do with the money? What are the positions that he wants to strengthen in? What are the players leading contenders? And how our market could actually change by this simple statement that Arsenal have been given more money by the Kroenkes this summer. But in the comment box below, let me know. Talk to me. Arsenal have been given an extended budget now. Of course, we want to sign Rodrigo. We want to sign Eze. We want to sign a couple of other players. But if Arsenal sign Gyökeres and Mosquera, that means that the first 6 signings are done. Which would be your priority 2 signings apart from, Eze and Rodrigo? If Arteta had an extra, maybe 200 million, where would you look apart from Rodrigo and Eze? Because there is that Xavi Simons story that we'll talk about. Mikel Arteta is running riot, and the Kroenkes are actually allowing him. Now, the story is that the Kroenkes have been very clear over the years. They want Arsenal to have a healthy financial situation. They want Arsenal to be far away from PSR. I think it was reported by the BBC at the beginning of this summer that Arsenal, as one of the healthiest clubs financially, they could spend £200 million and they are okay. And they don't have PSR issues and they don't have FFP issues, and they're absolutely right. So that has been the strategy of the Kroenkes over the years. That has been the strategy of the Kroenkes over some time now. They don't want to put Arsenal in a crisis, the way you see Chelsea, the way you see Manchester United, the way you see some other clubs like Manchester City. They want to abide by the rules and regulations of the Premier League, especially financially, and also Europe as well. And hence, we saw what happened in last summer, and we saw what happened last January. Arsenal didn't spend any money in the last financial year. Like on signings, we didn't. Raya, Sterling, Merino, and Calafiore was signed courtesy of the money that we got from Nketiah, Emil Smith-Rowe, and Aaron Ramsdale. And in January, we kept our powder dry and we didn't sign anyone. And that actually allowed us to be in a very, very healthy position in terms of FFP, in terms of financial rules and situations. And I appreciate that. Although at times the Kroenkes are a little bit of, stingy, but they also really prioritize Arsenal being in a good financial situation. And I really, really think that's a very, very important aspect of modern day football and modern day clubs. You look at Manchester City, everyone is going on about their 115 charges. You look at Chelsea, everyone is asking, how are they able to spend like this, right? So the Kroenkes are saying, we want to keep a healthy financial situation, but we are going to give you more money, Mikel Arteta, this summer in order for you to spend. And now that actually begs the question, where is this money going to come from, and what are the repercussions before we look into where it's going to be spent? Now, this is what I wanted to tell you. The truth is Arsenal have money, right? We are back in the Champions League. We have been competing at the highest level for the last 3 years. And this is what I've always said. 2020, 2021, 2022, I've always said the Kroenkes should invest money in Arsenal, because you invest money in the club, it makes more money. It's as simple as that. If Arsenal perform better, you get a better brand deal. Let's say Emirates, they improve that brand deal. That's number one. Number two, you're getting a lot of money from the Champions League. Now you have competitions like the Club World Cup where you can make like an instant 50 or 60 million right there and then. So the Kroenkes have woken up. They've realized the club can actually make more money by us investing in it than us sitting on it. That is number one. Now, number two, Arsenal have money, yes, but we should also expect one of the two things to happen. One, there might be a major departure that is inevitable in the coming years. What do I mean? So when you look at a club like Madrid, they really do spend a lot of money, don't they? And they have money. And no one can say Madrid don't have money. But every now and then, they will sell a Casemiro for 60 million. They'll sell a Di Maria for 60 million. They'll sell an Ozil for 40 million. They'll sell a Cristiano Ronaldo for some big money, right? That is not a coincidence. That is the sign of a healthy club. Look at Manchester United. They last sold like an important player. It was Cristiano Ronaldo like many, many years ago. But look at a club like Atletico de Madrid. Atletico de Madrid, a healthy club. They challenge every single season, but they sell players. They'll sell Griezmann to you. They don't have a problem with that. They'll sell Diego Costa to Chelsea. They'll sell Thibaut. Did they sell Thibaut Courtois? Yeah, right? They'll sell Thibaut Courtois to Chelsea. Like that, right? So the whole point here is that Arsenal could actually reach a point where we're like, okay, we can maybe cash in on Odegaard. Maybe, okay, we can cash in on Saliba because we've got the ability to replace such a player, number one, but also we need to balance the books. And number two, expect more summers, expect at least 2 summers or 3 where Arsenal are not aggressively active. Yes, this summer it is all good and we're doing well, but expect a summer where Arsenal are not really very active. Let's say next summer. This summer, Arsenal have a centre forward. They have a backup in Kai Havertz. We have Eze maybe and Odegaard. Next summer, the squad will not be as light. So, a bit like what Liverpool have done. If you look at what Liverpool have been doing, they sign players in one summer and then they go dry, they keep the powder dry for the next 2 summers. So, I think for me, I would prefer the latter rather than the former, right? I would prefer the Arsenal sign players and don't sell, but just keep, just keep the powder dry. Maybe next summer we don't do a lot of deals. It's okay, right? It's okay. As long as we are, in a good financial situation. So Mikel Arteta has been given more money to his budget. How does he intend to spend it? Well, let's look at the rumors first and see if they really tell us anything about how Mikel Arteta plans to spend his extra budget. We have these 3. We've talked about them on the channel. And we continue to talk about them because we are continuously linked to Xavi Simons, Eberechi Eze, and Rodrigo. These 3 really indicate what Mikel Arteta is trying to solve at Arsenal this summer. He's trying to solve a squad depth problem. He's trying to solve creativity problem. And he's also trying to solve a goal drought problem. He's trying to solve 3 problems, and these 3 are indicative of that. When you think about Eberechi Eze, creative, goal scoring. Rodrigo, individual brilliance, speed, creative, goal scorer. Xavi Simons, all of the above. Absolutely all of the above. Midfielder, attacker, striker, striker, midfielder, attacking midfielder. He does everything. And Mikel Arteta is saying, if I can have Xavi Simons or Eze, and I can have Rodrigo, I can build a super squad, right? So what Mikel has realized is you cannot deal with everything, independently in our independent summers. And that is something I really wanted to talk about, in the summer of 2022 and 2023. In the summer of 2023, Arsenal signed Kai Havertz, Declan Rice, and Julian Timber, and then Brian came in on loan. And we, think about it. Arsenal in that summer didn't cater for the front line. Why? They wanted to cater for the front line in the summer of 2024. What happened? we were not given the funds. Arteta didn't get the funds, and so he ended up with Calafiori and Merino. You see? So what Mikel has realized is you can't say, let me build the defense today, and then next season we build the attack, because you build the defense, and then next season you're building the attack, the defense is worn out. By the time you're building the midfield again, the attack is worn out. So it's better to build these compartments simultaneously, even if it's not simultaneously, but at almost at the same pace, right? Now, for me, if we have over 150 million or over 100 million more, I don't think he's given 100 million more, 150 million more. I think if they've given him more money, they've told him, go and sell some of the players you don't want, but we can give you an extra 60 million. So I think he's got an extra 60 million to bring in either Eberechi Eze or Xavi Simons. And then through player sales, he can do the Rodrigo deal, which is still fine, which is still okay. This is how I would spend the money if I were Mikel Arteta, based on the problems and the priorities we have. My priority would be upgrading on the left-hand side and upgrading in attacking midfield. And when I say upgrading, I mean the quality of cover in attacking midfield. And then, of course, upgrading on left wing means just upgrading who starts, right? Rodrigo, I bet he scores more goals than Martinelli. I think he creates chances more than Gabriel Martinelli. Eze is just quality cover for now, right? Unless he comes in and really, really does well, and Odegaard has got to, find a place. I think for now he's just quality cover. And I'm not saying, he ain't good. I'm saying you've got to respect the establishment. You've got to respect the players you find at the club, right? So I think this would be my two priorities first. And then there is this guy. Do I have him here? I do not, right? But then there is Jarahato. He's a player we've been linked with for quite some time. And left back cover is something that Arsenal need to look into. Now, not really aggressively, because you've got Calafiori there. Jakub Kiwior could stay. Even if he doesn't stay, you've got Julian Timo can cover there. And you've got a starter in Lewis Kelly, right? But if there is an opportunity for us to sign Jarahato for like 35 to 45 million euros, I would do the deal. Eventually, Arsenal need to create competition, but we also need to sell, right? Hato is a very good player to bring in right now and compete with Skelly. And in the future, you could say, we brought in Hato for 45 million euros. He's developed into a monster of a centre back or left back. We're selling him at 75 million euros. And that will be okay. Or Lewis Skelly, he is homegrown. Gerard Hato is starting every single game. If anyone is giving us 50 million pounds or 60 million pounds in Lewis Kelly, you sell, honestly. So I think left back is something we've got to look into. Calafiori's availability is still a very big point of concern. Does he improve on his injury record this campaign? Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. He doesn't control. He doesn't want to get injured as well. So those are the three areas where I think Mikel Arteta should upgrade with the funds he's given. Unless there is a surprise departure or a surprise market opportunity. For example, Xavi Simons is a surprise market opportunity. He's going to cost about 56 million. Chelsea are aggressively in talks with the player, and they also want to approach RB Leipzig. That tells you everything you need to know about the availability of Xavi Simons. He is available on a very, very cheap deal. Very cheap. So I think Arsenal should go into that. That's a good market opportunity. Let's say Havertz is sold and Jesus is sold. Then maybe you need to go and get yourself a backup striker. But I don't think Havertz leaves. I don't think Jesus leaves. I think they are both still recovering. So let me know what you think about Mikel Arteta being given more money. Is it the right decision by the Kroenkes? Does it put us in a dire situation? And where should he spend that more money? Exactly, right? Rodrigo, Eze, Hato, or maybe Javi Simons, Eze, Hato. You could also have other options as well. Like, if you really asked me, this summer, I really like Morgan Rogers. I really, really do. Like, if Arsenal can do it, why not?